The 3 best chest exercises with resistance bands. In my opinion, of course. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchett. It's Theology, Geek, Fitness, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the only 3 chest exercises that you actually need when training with resistance bands. Now, really, you only need 2 because not everyone can do push-ups, but do push-ups. Work your way up to doing push-ups. That's all I can tell you. Because my number 1 favorite exercise with resistance bands actually is push-ups. And if you don't have like a weight vest, like the Kensui Easy Vest Pro that I use when I do weighted push-ups, resistance bands are a fine substitute because you can make push-ups really challenging. And forget the hype. Push-ups are one of the best chest exercises there are. Now, there's all kinds of ways you can do push-ups and push-up variations and all of that, and you can use weighted push-ups, you know. So with resistance bands, doing resistance band push-ups is a way to tap into one of the best chest exercises of all times. I mean, you know, suspended chest presses, doing push-ups on rings, you know, having the rings hang down and putting your feet up on like a plyo box or something are really super challenging. But if all you have is a set of bands and you want to work your chest, push-ups with the bands, fantastic. And you can always add more bands, you can double up bands, all of that, so you can always make it more and more challenging as you progress. So push-ups by far with resistance bands are the number 1 chest exercise with resistance bands. The number 2, of course, would be the anchored chest press. This is, in my opinion, the second best. And one of the reasons why I like using the anchor is because if you have the band just wrapped around your back when you're doing a chest press, you know, it's hard to adjust the tension unless you just add another band or something. But with the anchor point, you have more flexibility to make minor adjustments during the rep, stepping further away for more resistance, stepping closer to the anchor point to take off some of the resistance, whatever. And whether you do it inclined or not, it's just fantastic exercise, in my opinion. It's just my second favorite chest exercise with resistance bands, whether you do it inclined or not. And I know there's a lot of people out there who use bars when they do chest press, but here's the thing. The bar chest press, you know, where you wrap it around your shoulder and use wrap it around your back and use a bar, has the same problem that bench press has in general for being a chest exercise. Is, of course, your chest is to move your arm across your body, you know, in an abduction. So you lose that with the static bar, whereas if you're using the band, you can bring it in a little bit. So whether you're using an anchor or not, you still have that flexibility to get a little bit of that in with the resistance band chest press. Like I said, I like doing it anchored because you can really work the chest muscle doing these resistance band chest presses. And I actually recommend doing those after you've done your push-ups, of course. But I think the bar's highly overrated, personally. You know, I got into the bars and plates. I have a whole video on that. But I never ended up using the bar for chest press as much because it's just less effective. And here's the thing. Nobody cares what you can bench press. Even if you're into powerlifting and you're bench pressing 460 pounds, maybe when you post the video, someone will click the like, and even more improbable, they'll leave a comment. Your buddies will be glad for you for 5 minutes, and then literally no one's going to care longer than just scrolling to the next video on Instagram. Literally no one cares what you can bench press at all. So if that's true, and it is, think about how much less people will care that you can chest press a big resistance band using a bar. Literally no one cares. You will probably barely get someone to click like on that. It's not impressive that you can push a big band with a bar. So I think it's a useless exercise to use the bar. You're taking away several of the benefits of using resistance bands for chest pressing in the first place, and it has, it's even less impressive than bench presses, and nobody cares. Now, maybe you have a goal that you want to be able to push as many big resistance bands as you can with a bar chest press. Why? but go for it. If that's your thing, go for it. I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying literally no one cares. And it really takes away from the benefits of using the resistance band, especially for chest presses when you anchor it and having that flexibility and being able to get a little bit of that abduction action going as well. So don't bother with a bar. Anchored chest press is my second favorite, whether you do it incline or just straight. The third would be the anchored chest fly. For a lot of the same reasons, of course, is isolation. Always going to throw an isolation movement in there. You should do these. You should do them anchored if humanly possible, because you can adjust that tension on the fly like you can with resistance band exercises in general, especially using an anchor point. Now, as an alternative, you don't have an anchor point, you can do it unanchored, and so we're going to give that an honorable mention. But if at all possible, and if you use the Undersun indoor-outdoor anchor, you can have an anchor point anywhere. You can find anything like a tree trunk or a post or something. You can always anchor with that anchor. It's such a wonderful anchor for resistance bands. So do it anchored if you can, but if you can't, just, an unanchored chest fly. So that's it. Those are my three best resistance band exercises, in my opinion, of course, when doing chest exercises. You can put in the comments why I'm wrong. You can put in the comments why you think chest pressing huge resistance bands with the bar is not only super effective, but also incredibly more impressive than people who can power lift a barbell with 480 pounds on it bench pressing. You can make that case, and I'm open-minded to it, but seriously, the bar is useless for that, in my opinion, of course. But I just think it doesn't add anything, and it takes away from why resistance bands are awesome for what they are when you use them to build muscle and exercise. So there you go. Those are my thoughts. Argue with me in the comments if you want to. If you like the video, click the like button. You should like this video because of all the chest exercises I've demonstrated in the playlist on resistance band exercises. This whittles it down to three. Focus on these three and you can't go wrong. Push-ups, anchored chest press, anchored chest flies, and get on with your life. Click dislike if you don't like any of that. It's fine. If you want to support what we're doing at Theology Geek Fitness, you can become a patron at patreon.com/theologygeekfitness and get a lot of extra goodies that I've talked about in every video. Won't repeat it here. So there you go. Thank you for watching this video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.